Awesome.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, welcome to Topless Toy Talk.
Welcome to Topless Toy Talk. I'm your host.
I'm your better host, and we are happy that you are here with us this evening. On today's show, I am super excited. We have a pretty awesome guest. His name is Eric Tron. So we're going to talk about all of his cool stuff that he does, his photography, his stop motion, all that good stuff. But we're also do some of our normal sort of get together sort of stuff here. Acknowledge the chat, which first of all, Vicious Soldier. Yeah, first.
Always first.
Love it.
He's here.
Thank you for joining us. We have Rob's Toy Dump that we'll talk about. We have a very special announcement slash I don't know, what would you even call that?
Announcement
that
she's very excited about.
I'm very indifferent about. So we'll see what y'all think here. We'll do we're going to do our giveaway here for some really fancy tickets to TFCon. That's coming up real soon here. I cannot believe it's going to be here later this month.
I know, it's like 3 weeks.
Oh my God. You need to get the kennel booked or I'm going to murder you.
Oh yeah. I'll put that on my agenda for tomorrow.
We are not bringing this dog to Chicago.
Or are we?
No, we are not.
No, we're not.
And then we'll talk about my favorite conspiracy theory. So with that.
Hey Metroplex.
Oh, hey Metroplex. How's it going?
Yeah. Welcome to the chat. And your boys got toys. Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Well, should we
I think we should
get the party
Eric
started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Hello.
Boom! Hey,
what's up, guys?
Welcome to the party.
Yeah. How you doing?
Doing all right, chilling. I was procrastinating. I'm like, what should I wear? And I'm like, I just realized, I'm like, wait.
Like, got it covered.
Check. So before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, as much, as little as you'd like us and the internet to know here.
All right. I've been on YouTube. That's when I started out. Before I started Instagram, I started the Eric Tron Instagram a year after I started YouTube. I started out on YouTube back in 2013. I make stop motions. I'm also a really huge Transformers fan. I love Transformers I love Transformers since the first movie came out. And it's just been an amazing hobby. I really love collecting action figures. It's just a really good vibe all around.
Mm-hmm. So I have to ask, just because we just discovered this the other day for us. Do you know how many figures you have? How many Transformers you have?
You know what? About 6 years ago, I started counting, and now I lost count. But I can give a total rough estimate. I want to say at this point, I have at least around 600.
Okay.
But then again, that may be more.
Yeah. It depends on how you count them, right? If you had a combiner, is that one or is that,
Yeah, or even a headmaster, because the separate, because of course, if you go off of the American lore with the Marvel comics, the head is a separate character, but then the car, that's also a separate Transformer. So it's like, do you also count Stylor separate, or do you count Chrome Dome, or is he just Chrome Dome?
Yeah. So when I count, so we counted the other day, and I think there's around 800 in the house. But I also counted. So for example, Devastator, I counted him as 7, because I'm like, well, there's the 6 plus Devastator. So I kind of, I rounded up a little bit. So
all right, that is a lot. 800. I think that might be close to my count. I think I might have 800. I don't even know it.
I mean, I thought I only had 200 to 300.
Yeah, he kept saying, "Oh, I only have a couple hundred." I was like, "No, you do not have a couple hundred. Do you even know how to count?"
And I mean, they add up quick. They're. I think I started with an Optimus Prime and a Megatron, and then now we have
this.
And now we have this.
Oh my goodness.
It's wild.
We're all in on Transformers after seeing the movie, but like what overall sparked your interest in action figures, and like do you remember the first one you ever got?
Only 800.
All right, so with action figures, I really love action figures because of course, you got the basic lore for Transformers. War happens, Autobots versus Decepticons, but with action figures, you don't have to go off of that one episode or that exact movie what was shown. You can expand upon it. Like you can say Soundwave was sick, and you can make a whole story where Megatron sends Starscream and Rumble out on their own standalone journey to find a sacred cassette tape to heal him.
Actually, I love that.
You know what? Now I might have to make that a stop motion. That might actually sound interesting.
I mean, I'm all in.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
But you can make so much stories out of action figures. Like even with like just photography, stop motions, like anything is possible. Even just displaying it on a shelf, like you're creating like a setting for these figures.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I like the imagination aspect. What got me into action figure collecting? So I've been collecting toys for as long as I can remember. I never put them down. I never stopped buying them. Back when I was looking back to like 2003, I was a toddler. I was into Thomas the Tank Engine at first. I think that was that was my first spark of collecting. Like I had all the trains and all that, and then I didn't really have much action figures. But back in 2003, I still have this exact figure with me. But back in 2003, my dad got me the 2003 He-Man figure.
Okay.
And I also got Beastman. Beastman, I lost him to my dog.
Oh no.
Beastman got chewed up, but I still got my He-Man. But he doesn't have his sword, and the battery cover is gone. And then a couple years ago, I actually found those two exact figures, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna rebuy them.
Because why not?
And then Transformers. That same year, my dad tried to get me into Transformers, but I was 3 years old, so I didn't really understand who Optimus Prime was. Like he showed me literally the first thing that he showed me from Transformers was the 1986 Transformers movie.
Yep.
And I'm watching it, and Optimus and Megatron are going at it. And then next thing you know, I see Megatron fall off the building. And then Starscream kicks Megatron down on the ground. I laughed at his voice because I thought it was funny. And then I see this purple Transformer turn into a little train. And I'm like, wait a minute. You're not that. I'm like, that was a train. That's the coolest part of this movie.
Oh,
there we go. Now you're back.
We have no idea.
There we go. So yeah, and then fast forward to 2005. He showed me a little bit of Transformers again. I started watching the movie, but still didn't understand it. But I'm like, I want that. I want the purple train from the movie, and I'm like, okay, I'll see if I can find it. Little did I know, Astro Train was probably like $200 or $300 on eBay at the time.
Yeah.
So my second ever Transformer I ever got after the Transformers GoBot I got back in 2003. The second Transformer I got was Transformers Cybertron Hotshot. I no longer have that one with me because as I was trying to transform it, I turned it from car to robot, and the next thing you know, the rest of his pieces ended up under my parents' bed.
Oh no!
And then the movie came out, and I was into collecting Hot Wheels at the time, and my dad asked me to go if I wanted to go see it, and then to be honest, I wanted no part of Transformers. I was so close-minded into Hot Wheels and trains. I'm like, this isn't interesting. I'm not interested. And then next thing you know, it comes out on DVD. I start watching it, and then I'm like, why didn't this click in? They all turn into cars. So then I started getting all the movie figures, and then I was hooked. And I love Transformers.
Yep.
So all I heard was your dad was the pusher, and eventually you came along for the ride.
Yeah. Which, you know, somebody's got to be a pusher,
Right.
right?
You gotta get
There's
the next
something wrong
generation
with the
involved.
audio.
Oh no.
We can hear you. Can
Yeah.
you hear us? That seems like a no.
No.
One moment, everybody, while we sort it out.
But I do, so just while he's sorting out the audio, you boys got toys like Starscream needs Chicken Spark for the soul. Like that's fantastic.
That's definitely.
I can't hear you guys for some reason.
Oh no.
See, how do we sort this out with?
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, we can. Do we need to? Here, I'm gonna try. I don't know if this will.
Oh. All right. So you can hear us now?
He's gonna exit and jump back in.
Okay. That sounds good.
Well, that reboots. We will talk about toys.
Yeah, we'll talk about toys. Yeah, while we're waiting for Eric Tron to come back here. Okay. Well, let's
go. Checking here, everyone. Good. Okay. Let's see. Let me flip over here.
Well, do we want to talk about the stuff that came in this week? Because we didn't get that much.
No, we didn't. Actually, it's been pretty low key. Actually, I've only got one. As I say, actually, like 50,000 times.
Actually, but you had to say it like
actually. So the only thing that I have acquired this week is this very cool Surge vending machine.
Which you showed me the vending machine list. You were like, which one of these should I buy? And I was like, Surge? I mean, of course.
Yeah.
There wasn't even an option, right? Yeah. Like this was the superior soda in the, 90s, 2000s.
Mm-hmm. So this was made by Prime to the First.
Yeah.
And he does vending machines, arcade machines, various things of that nature. Like he has some 4-player arcade machines, some of the light gun ones.
Yeah. That's pretty cool stuff.
He just announced today, actually, I think some like snack vending machines.
Yeah, you're showing that on the stream last night.
Yeah.
So the snack vending machines, they're pretty awesome. Like we're definitely gonna buy that.
Yeah, they're solid. Like I was because so the back opens up here, right, where you can put a light in to light it up.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, I don't know, like how is this going to work out? How do I fit a light in here? You
tried to put some lights in there, and it didn't work. The first one didn't work, and Surge. That's right.
Surge.
That's right.
And
I don't even know what your first light was, but it just looked.
It was
really
one
strange.
of one of the little cube lights.
It did not work.
The vending machine, the vending machine's real cool.
Yeah.
And so actually, the lights that I am just like on an actually kick today.
That's fine.
Wow.
That's fine.
The light that I threw in here was one of like the curved kind of bar. It's the lights.
You almost.
I don't know what I'm gonna have to. I don't know what this is about.
You're jumping ahead.
Sorry,
here.
I was trying to make sure he didn't pop back in.
No.
And I lost my train of thought.
The light.
Lights.
You put the light in there.
It was like one of the bar lights, and I was like, "That's perfect."
Yeah,
like if it's curved, like it kind of does the curve to match this. And so I don't know, about that big. It's great.
That's fantastic.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely gonna pick up a few more. I think having like a little snack vending section
that would be cool.
In the back of some pictures would be fantastic.
Yep. All right.
And we have somebody back with us.
All right, Can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right.
Fantastic.
Technology.
Yeah.
When it works, when it doesn't, it's not so great.
No. No. So what I was trying to ask you before was, you kept actually is you kept talking about your dad and how your dad basically like was the pusher here. So do you come from a family of collectors, or was he just like into all this sort of stuff and just wanted you to watch the movies, or what?
Yeah, no,
what's that like?
Not there's really not that many collectors in my family. He he watched those Saturday morning cartoons when he was a kid, and I don't know, I just really love collecting. It's just something I gotten used to, and I just grown to love. My brother is also a collector, so I guess we're kind of the spark of the whole collector kind of vibe in the family tree.
Spark.
Yep, the spark. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Does he also collect
spark?
Yeah. Does he collect Transformers, or does he collect something else?
Yeah, he collects Transformers. He collects Figmas and SH Figure Arts.
Very cool.
Yeah, he has a whole variety. He has a pretty impressive collection.
Yeah. So nice. I come from a long line of hoarders.
Yeah, me too. I come from a long line of hoarders.
Like my mom, I think, my grandma was, well, I mean, she went through like the Great Depression or whatever, right? And like, but my mom just kind of inherited that. So I'm like, it's basically just hoarding with flair, and so like it's cool, right? Like,
but your grandma was a farmer. My family members that have hoarding tendencies are all farmers. So what you can do when it's a farm is you always have like a barn or something, like so there's like outbuildings you can kind of tuck things into. But
here we
just buy more bookshelves.
We just buy some Billy. Can never have enough Billy bookcases.
Yeah. So, your dad was the pusher. Yeah.
Way to go.
Well, that's not. Well, I mean, collecting can be a little bit of the highs and lows. I mean,
right? It's absolutely the
highs.
Yeah. So grandma, Great Depression, mom, hoarder. Yep.
It clicks. It makes sense.
So actually, this is maybe a segue question here. Is do you keep your boxes, or do you let go of your boxes?
Kind of half and half. I mean, like for the longest, I mean, I mean, back when I was like probably like 10, I tried to keep my boxes, but then like I just kept on throwing them out. And then I think back in I want to say back in 2017 or 2016, so like sophomore, junior year, I started getting into more of the masterpiece boxes or masterpiece collecting, and looking on eBay, seeing how much the boxes actually are worth. I'm like, okay, I might actually have to keep some of these, because Soundwave's box alone, specifically the Toys R Us reissue, that's $30 on eBay with the inserts and all.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild. But and like not only that, like not only value, but say if I got to move, like it makes it a whole lot easier to just repackage my collectibles and store them while they're in transit.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, well, I don't know. It's funny to me. It's funny now looking back on it. It's probably not funny at all. But so yeah, all 800 Transformers here, right? I have the box for every single one of them.
He does. The whole back room. Well, not the whole back room, but like our storage area is about half just boxes.
So when we moved back in, what was it, 2021?
2021.
So we moved very large moving boxes full of other boxes. And then like, all of the Transformers were just like bubble wrapped and like carefully like placed in another box. I'm like,
I was about ready to like unalive you. Like you were such a nightmare to move. I'm like trying to pack up, kitchen stuff and all these other things.
I'm like, that doesn't matter. That's like, replaceable. You can get new kitchen stuff.
But my action figures, and he was just like bubble wrapping. And we still have leftover bubble wrap from how like carefully you packaged. You were very nervous about it, but
wow.
You go try and find like Siege or Earthrise Optimus Prime now at a reasonable price.
Yeah, that's probably true. But you really so speaking of that, what would be like the most prized action figure in your collection? Or do you have something that you've always wanted but you've just not been able to find, or it's so outrageously priced? Like what's that holy grail item?
The holy grail item in my collection, I would say so like would this be like I know with the questions that you sent me, I know so you got one where it's like, would this be like the same figure like that I would keep if there was a fire, or?
Oh no, that was another one, but you can answer that one. Yeah, whatever you want.
Okay, so my holy grail item, I'm gonna answer this one first. So my holy grail item, this will go way back to 2019, so like 6 years ago. It was the 35th anniversary of Transformers, and they had that's when they had the crowdfunded project. The one they did before was the Jabba the Hutt sail barge, and this one it was the Transformers brand's turn, and that HasLab is HasLab Unicron, and
it's right there.
it was like, and so at first I'm looking at it, and then basically they're advertising it's the biggest Transformer ever. You'll never get another Transformer like it. It's the greatest Transformer, the biggest. And I've always wanted a Unicron, but at the same time, I'm looking at it for some reason. I'm like, do I really need this though? I really don't. and then comes October after the San Diego Comic-Con happens. Comes October. And I'm walking to Popeye's Chicken because that was a big thing at the time. Everyone was going crazy for these Popeye's chicken sandwich. So I thought I'd get lucky and get me a pop. so I thought I'd get lucky and get me a Popeye's chicken sandwich. But they were closed, unfortunately. And on the way there, I open up my Instagram, and then on the feed it says, "Attention all Transformers fans. We're extending the crowdfunded time for HasLab Unicron. So we really want this thing back. So we're giving you one more month. So we're giving you from this day to this day to get it if you want it." So then I'm like, all right, let's see. So I did the math and I counted the weeks up until the deadline and calculated the paycheck. So basically, if I didn't spend a single penny on anything, I would have exactly the amount of money in my bank account for Unicron. And then I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do it. So I backed it.
Priorities.
So I backed it. And then when the transaction went through, I only had $1 single in my bank account, almost nearing the negatives.
That's how you know you're a true Transformers
fan.
fan.
Is dedication. That is so superior dedication.
When it went through, I'm like, I can't believe I got this. I'm like I really ordered this thing. I'm getting Unicron, and I got the digital comic with it, and it was a very interesting time. And then the pandemic happened, and of course I couldn't get it in 2020, but out of sheer chance, on my 21st birthday in 2021, around that month, that's when I got my Unicron. And that was the perfect timing. It was like my past self bought my future self a birthday gift.
That's fantastic.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I love that we had a past future situation the other week. So I unfortunately was not smart enough to get on board with the HasLab Unicron, and for whatever reason, when I started with the Transformers, I was like, I'm not gonna have a big collection.
No.
I don't know where this will go. I don't necessarily need it. It's cool, Ray, but
he was selling me when this first went down. He's like, I just need a few shelving and like 2 Detolfs, just 2 glass Detolfs. That'll be more than enough. Those glass Detolfs, I feel like they got figures in them for maybe a month.
It was like
and then you outgrew it.
3 weeks and they were full, and I was like, I need some more shelves. So needless to say, I ended up finding a good second-hand deal on a Unicron. And I mean, it was actually pretty good at the time. And I didn't pay, $5,000 for it.
I mean, you paid a lot for it, but not...
I definitely paid more than retail.
Yeah.
But, it was a guy that had it, and he was downsizing his collection. He's moving into a smaller apartment, just didn't have space for it, and he just wanted it to go to another collector, and so he wasn't trying to like make a fortune off of it, just kind of sell it and for reasonable price, that he could still make some money, and I was fine with that, and so I ended up with it anyway.
But no, I love that that's your holy grail. Like that is like the most perfect story, especially that you just like did not spend any money and had $1. Like, yeah. I mean, that makes you the ultimate Transformers fan. Hey, Marvelous.
Yo, Marvelous. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, so by the time I got the Unicron, I'm like, this is a really huge transformer. It's probably the most complicated transformers that I have next to I don't know, MP44. So I'm like, all right, so I'm just gonna transform this thing once a year and that's it. Whatever year it is, it's gonna stay in that. It's gonna stay in that mode.
Oh,
Okay.
That's interesting. Like just transform it once a year.
Yeah,
That's
so
an idea.
so I have actually not. Here we go with the actuallys again.
Actually,
I need you to punch me every time I say actually tonight.
yes, please.
I have still not transformed Unicron. Like
Really?
I mean, I know it's a little intimidating, but it can be done. I like it in planet mode, and my concern is if I transform it, I'm gonna break it, and then I'll just
Yeah, same.
and so I'm just not sure if I'm gonna go through it ever. I don't know. Eventually I might. It's just been long enough now that I'm just satisfied with it. It's like he's here, it's good, right?
No, he's the centerpiece of this whole room.
My second biggest Transformers regret is when Hasbro somehow magically acquired a bonus stock of these a couple years back, and they put them up again for like, I don't know, $500-$800.
I don't know why you look at me.
Because we talked about it. I was like, oh, should I get a second one of these? And then, by the time we talked about it,
oh yeah, you did.
By the time we talked about it, they were all sold out. But I'm like, I could have pulled the trigger on it again. You guys,
well, because he thought about getting a second one, and what we were gonna do was like really just make somebody's day, right?
Mm-hmm,
Like we weren't actually gonna resell it. We were gonna give it away and just have somebody like totally lose their mind that they got gifted this, as like a Christmas giveaway. But yeah, I remember that now.
But you were on a conference call, and then by the time I was over,
well, I'm sorry that I have a job that pays for all this stuff.
I should have just pulled the trigger. Metroplex, we definitely want to hear your Unicron story.
Yes, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So obviously you're like real big into Transformers, clearly. And I saw you did some videos of like reading the Skybound comic. Like, what are your thoughts so far? How are you feeling about that comic?
It is the best thing ever to happen to Transformers.
Yes.
And talk about a cartoon, and I will be there on premiere day, the same day that Transformers Prime aired. Like every page. I think I hopped on it around issue 4 came about, and that's when I was seeing stuff about Megatron in the ice, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Well, I mean, I read the preview page when they were talking about that, and that was when they were saying Robert Kirkman's going to be the writer is going to kick off the Transformers comics, and so I read the preview, and I'm like, okay, so Spike finds the Transformers in the volcano, basic story. And then I hear Megatron's in the ice, but oh no, I'm wrong. It is not your basic Transformer story. It is Transformers, the original cartoon, if it cued Linkin Park. Like it is.
It's very brutal, right?
So brutal, and there's so much depth and story into it. It's very awesome. Like it's so much emotional stuff in it. And I really love how they kept it. I really like how they kept the characters true to themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm really excited to see where it goes. I hope they keep it going for a while.
I hope so too. And like, I mean, we haven't really gotten a good Hasbro Cinematic Universe story since like I want to say Revolution. But like the way that they're doing this with Transformers and G.I. Joe, and then they're the Void Rivals. Like it's all blended very consistently well. Like no one's getting overshadowed. Everything lines up well. The G.I. Joes don't overtake the Transformer stories, and vice versa. You actually get attached to the characters, and you get to know them. Overall, the Energon universe is doing so awesome, and I really wish they'd keep it going. Like. I bought Transformers comics in the past, but this is probably like the one Transformers series where I'm like, okay, I gotta buy every single copy.
What was the thing that they came out?
Oh, did you for Transformers Day, the ones that make the sound when you open them up, the transformation? Did you pick one of those up at all?
They make a sound when you open up.
Yeah, they put out
kind of like a greeting card. You know how you open up a greeting card and it makes
like the transformation. Well, I can't do it, but like the trans.
You want to try it again?
Oh, that's awesome. No, I didn't get any of those.
Okay. Yeah, I just happened to be at the comic store that day, and actually they did.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now. It was for the Skybound comics where it's like you open it up and then
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen those, but I really wish I could have gotten it, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out just in case. I'm not sure if my comic shop has any more left.
But they're pretty cool.
But they're pretty neat. I was impressed about it. Like I think I have probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 copies of issue 1 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just keep like, I don't know. Well, I'm a sucker for variant covers, to be honest, especially when it's the Transformers. And so anytime they put out a cover that's like that's either Optimus Prime, Megatron, Soundwave, like I don't know.
Well, and when that one came out too, so normally we go to the comic book store on Wednesdays together. I was on a call early, and he likes to get there at 10 when they open up, and so I was not able to go because I was on a conference call. He's like, "That's fine, it's fine. I'll just go. I gotta get there." And so you got there, and there was like a huge line because there was all these people waiting for.
I don't know what they were there for.
I don't know. If
I don't think they were there for there was a big stack of them, like of the Transformer ones. So I don't know, but so the thing that gets me right now with the Transformer comics is Soundwave. So it's like I know Soundwave. I feel like Soundwave is a little brutal, like but he also seems to be questioning it, right? But they keep killing off like the cassette bots, and I'm so sad about Ravage, And
well,
so,
you probably shouldn't spoil it for everybody who's not read it, Robert.
If you haven't read it, then get with it.
Yeah, like
what are your priorities?
That's probably my one thing with the comic is like nobody's safe. I mean,
nobody is safe.
I'm surprised Cliff Jumpers made it this far.
Yeah. Every time like they kill somebody off, I'm like, they're not gonna kill that Autobots, whoever, right? Like they're not gonna kill them off, and they do.
Yeah. I mean, the first death shocked me because I've always wondered that in Generation 1, like what if Starscream actually successfully destroyed everyone in the Ark instead of him shooting a bunch of rocks, and then next thing you know, the rocks triggered Teletran 1, bringing the Autobots to life. Like that's easy control, and I'm pretty sure in Beast Wars that was Megatron's plan at one point, was to destroy the sleeping Autobots and automatically allow victory to the Decepticons. like Starscream actually confirmed that. I was shocked. Because now we can't see that one character. I'm not gonna spoil that one, but I was not expecting it. And that was brutal.
Yeah. There's that. Yeah, I know you haven't read them yet.
I know I haven't read them.
I keep saying that you should read them. I think you would really like them.
I know I should.
There's only 24 issues.
I know. I haven't even read my current backlog. I'll get there. Peer pressure. Yeah. I know.
It's just. I didn't expect to get so attached to the characters. I think and I mean, which is surprising being surrounded by Transformers, right? But they just have done such a good job at making you attached to everything, and so I don't know, it's great.
Even the humans aren't bad. Like even the human characters, like the G.I. Joe characters themselves in the G.I. Joe comics, they're pretty awesome.
So are you doing the G.I. Joe comics too?
Yeah. Okay. I don't make videos on those, at least not yet. But I've been keeping up with the G.I. Joe comics. I really like how that started with Duke and Starscream.
Okay. So I have not went down the G.I. Joe path, and I kind of regret it, and I'm trying to figure out if I should, because everybody that I talk to says that they're fantastic, and so I don't know.
They really are.
I might have to fire them.
I would say like once you get to issue number 4 of Transformers, or at least until you get to the part with Starscream and Duke, start the Duke comic, and then go into Cobra Commander, and then you want to go into Destro, then go into Scarlet, and then go into the main G.I. Joe comics.
I think that was my problem, is they spun off with too many side ones, and
you had already gotten burned out with that with what was that, the
Marvel.
yeah, it was,
all things Marvel.
oh well, whatever.
So I like my self-contained stories for the most part, and actually I'm surprised that they really haven't done more of that with Transformers, because they kind of, I mean, they have the Void Rivals, but and then they have
like the Spotlight comics.
Yeah,
yeah.
It just seems like because they spun G.I. Joe off right into several different kind of
but
lines.
I think with G.I. Joe that kind of works, because I mean, if you look at G.I. Joe now, I mean, like what kid or like what person my age is going to be reading, or watching G.I. Joe? Because we haven't seen G.I. Joe. The G.I. Joe figures hasn't came back since 2020 was when the last time they brought back G.I. Joe. And we haven't really gotten any G.I. Joe movie or media since Retaliation, up until the Snake Eyes movie came out. Yeah. So splitting them up into individual characters, I mean, it kind of gives the reader it kind of gives them the understanding of who Duke is, who Cobra Commander is, who's Destro. Because if they start out with if they just go straight in with a whole G.I. Joe comic, I feel like they're probably going to expect the reader to watch the original G.I. Joe cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just have to say one thing really quick.
What's up?
So when we first after we invited you, this one here, he's really, because you keep bringing up like all these these age, people my age, and Rob looked at me, he's like, "Are we sure he's a full adult? Are we sure he's over 18?" I was like, "No, he looks like he's over 18. Like, I don't think we've invited a child." And now you keep doing all these throwbacks. I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm old enough I could be your mom."
No, but
not quite, but almost.
This was just a thing that actually didn't cross our minds when we first started this. No. It was like, how do we do age?
Well, and so I thought about it for a sec. I was like, no, that you're definitely an adult. But I did think about for like 5 seconds to be like, are you over 18 or over 21? Like.
I was gonna do a quick.
I was actually delivering a package. I was delivering a package to it was an Ace Hardware store, and then the cashier lady was like, "Wait a minute, you actually work at FedEx?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Wait, how old are you?" I'm like, "I'm 25." She's like, "Oh, I thought you were 16." like not even the beard can
Youth is a thing that a lot of people seek, so appreciate it. There was definitely a G.I. Joe teaser in one of the Transformer movies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was one of my dream movies. Is I really hope that they make a G.I. Joe versus Transformers movie. Like, I really hope that they don't give this movie the axe. Like, so much was built up to it.
Yeah, and I heard the other day, wasn't there like a leak or a rumor that Michael Bay is like back in on wanting to do something like that?
Yeah, Michael Bay is back. Who would have thought? And now they're saying it's a reboot, and then I'm also seeing rumors where they're saying it's going to be like straight up Transformers 6.
Yeah.
Personally, I think they're gonna give it I think they're gonna do what they did with Rise of the Beast, because around that time, that was still in debate for what they were gonna do after the Bumblebee movie. So they had a whole bunch of ideas going around. They said the writers' room said they wanted to do an Optimus Prime solo movie. Then they wanted to bring the Beast Wars in, and then they wanted to make it a direct sequel to Bumblebee 2. And then they rolled all those ideas into one, and then we got Rise of the Beast. I'm thinking Michael Bay is gonna double back to the Bayverse, and then finish it with a grand conclusion with Unicron.
Okay.
But in order to beat Unicron, I think that might be the reason why G.I. Joe might have to team up with Transformers.
Okay. Yeah, I like that theory. I like that.
I'm into it.
So real quick, I was just wondering if we should take a quick 60-second situation here, break.
I mean, I guess if we have to do this.
Okay, so
I don't know how familiar you are, Eric Tron, with some situations with this one here, how closely you follow us, but we're going to do something that...
This is very exciting. We have a sponsor, and so we just have to take 60 seconds to pay the bills. So,
lower your expectations, everyone.
We'll be right back. Are your action figure scenes looking lame? Do your epic battles lack boundaries? Is your tiny town fenceless? Well, say goodbye to flat bat traps and hello to only fences. The prop masters at Corrupted Collectibles bring you the most awesome 1/12 scale fences to level up your action figure photography. The white picket fence is perfect for suburban showdowns or a chill backyard barbecue. Are your monster figures going rogue? Secure the perimeter with our industrial strength chain link fence, great for gritty urban scenes or top secret installations. But wait, there's more! For those tricky situations, grab our revolutionary invisible fence. Keep your figures in line without blocking the view. The possibilities are out of sight. Stop letting your action figures roam free. Give your dioramas and photos the extra edge they deserve. Only Fences has the scale you need and the fences you crave. Don't delay. Get your 1/12 scale fences today. Visit us at Corrupted Collectibles or call now. Your action figures will thank you. Only Fences. Fence it up! Just kidding, we're the sponsor, and I'm just trolling Sarah.
Like, that is so first of all, stupidest idea. I'm still not on board. Second, he spent like 6 hours, probably longer, on that dumb video. I mean, it looked good, but nobody is buying your stupid pet fences that you buy at Hobby Lobby and paint.
The more you resist, the worse it's
This
gonna
is
get.
so idiotic.
I'm gonna make Optimus Prime throw Soundwave through a fence.
Dumb.
We're gonna get temporary
Or-
tattoos.
Or next year, or I'll just have Bumblebee try to break in and steal some Decepticon information.
Ah.
But little does he know, Ravage is behind the fence guarding it.
Especially the invisible fence. Like, that's just wire that we got in the garage.
Some dirt.
And some of my potting soil for the plants that I like to kill. Like, that is
No,
specifically
it's
for
like-
me to suck at horticulture.
Mecca knows what's up.
No.
You keep trying to shut it down.
I do keep trying to shut it. So odd.
It's defenseless.
Terrible.
So we're excited about this partnership.
I am not excited about
that
any
we
sort of
have
partnership.
with OnlyFans.
It's so stupid.
That's my own partnership.
Yeah, it's your partnership by yourself. I don't want nothing to do with that.
You just wait.
I'm not
I'm
waiting.
gonna will it into existence,
And
and you're gonna be so mad.
I am already so mad. Stupid.
Anyway, back to Transformers.
Anyway, back to Transform. Actually, I'm gonna even change it up a little bit and talk about stop motion. So you do stop motion. You've been doing that for like over a decade, so which is wild.
That's great though.
And I was curious because before we started, we were talking a little bit about AI, and so I'm like, what are your thoughts on AI stop motion and how that's changing things? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Do you use it?
Slight correction. AI videos.
Oh, AI videos. Yes. Sorry.
Well, the AI animation, I mean, it's very limited, and it's really not real stop motion. I mean, sorry for those that use the AI to make the animated videos with their figures. Well, yeah, it does look cool, but it's not as authentic, and a lot of the animation kind of shape shifts part of the figure which kind of ruins the design. Like I see, like say, if I use Knock Knock for an animation with Soundwave, his face is probably going to turn into is probably going to reveal a mouth or something. And that's not something I want. And it's really not much work that's put into it. You know, you take a photo, or one or two photos, and then you put something in the caption, then it makes the figure move. But with actual stop motion animation, I mean, there's a lot of work and dedication put into it, and it adds more of a complexity to it, and it just adds more detail and story to it. Because I mean, while you are programming it, you're not really getting you're really not getting the whole vision of what you want for that animation. So I think AI is better off left as a tool, not something to completely mimic the actual art itself.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
Like adding blurred motion to stop motion. I mean, like, you're adding literally a filter to stop motion animation like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're using like a whole AI app to animate 2 photos to make something. It's really not real animation. So, and it kind of overshadows the actual hardworking stop motion animators that really want to get their content out there. I mean, it's like they put, days and months throughout their time to put something together, only for it to be overshadowed by a simple fake AI animation. It just doesn't do good for a lot of the stop motion animators to actually put their own hard work into it.
I mean, I made 1 stop motion video in my life. I guess you could say 2 now after our last little short reel with the whole plant thing.
Oh yeah, the plant thing.
If you want to consider that section stop motion. But anyway,
we were getting bitten by bugs. I don't know.
I did one video with the G.I. Joe Megatron crossover figure, and it was like 8 seconds. It was like 8 seconds, and it took me like 4 hours, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. So I applaud anybody that has the time and the patience and puts in the effort to do the stop motion stuff, because like it's really cool, and I find it very interesting. I see how people do it, right? And I know if I had the patience, I could do it, but I just don't. And so like that's just like a level of like dedication that I just think is amazing. So
do you have something along those lines that was really the hardest, the most complex, something that just did not go right, like a stop motion where everything that could go wrong did go wrong, or it was like way harder than you thought it was? Do you have an example like that?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, while it was troublesome, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And this is like one of my not one of my early animations, but this is an animation I did like way back in like 2018. And it's still one of my best works, still to this day. But I remember it was a pain to get this done. But I'm so happy with how it turned out. It was the Transformers Titans Return Metroplex versus Triptychon stop motion. And that was my only stop motion where I actually used the Titans and put 2 Titans. No. I used Metroplex for a Transformers versus GI. But this is my second stop motion where I used Titans, but this time it was a Titan versus Titan battle.
Okay.
So that's pretty much like 2 normal sized figures like doing that animation, but on steroids. It's just 2 hulking giant robots, and I got to try.
We've got some back here. I understand. They're like the size of small children.
Yeah, and then like I got to move them. I got to move them frame by frame. Like this is easy because you can get in the frame and then it'll still hold. But these are like just towering cities, and you got to with like clicky ratchet joints. Metroplex's ratchet joints, they're all right, but it could barely hold up while he's standing up. So I kind of gotta, and then also I gotta figure out, how am I gonna get a good bird's eye view of them fighting because of how tall they are, and it was a mess to get together, but it turned out very, very awesome. I don't know. I really don't know if there's any other stop motion that I've seen that actually uses the Titans where they just fight each other. But I put a lot of work into this one.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine the Titans are very challenging.
Yeah, because they don't. I mean, you basically set them up and they don't move.
Yeah, I mean, I transform them once, I transform them back, and then they go on the shelf. I'm like,
right.
Yeah,
because they're just not as sturdy.
Well, most of the Titans are okay. It's some of the combiners, but
maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, actually the thing that I've seen. Here we go. Actually, again, man, what is up with the actually today?
Oh, I'm gonna get like a little actually sign. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna hold that up.
So one thing I've always wanted to do was like more photography with the combiners now with the Titans, but I don't know, for some reason I've just never been able to figure out a great way to do it. And so that's, I don't know, even more impressive that you did stop motion with them. Like that's fantastic.
Yeah, like I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna do it again. I probably would, but like it was a lot to get together.
I feel like the next challenge should be like Titans and Unicron, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Unicron, I kind of want to save. I kind of want to save it for Transformers War on Earth, which is my main series. But I want to save them for like a big finale,
Yeah.
like maybe towards the middle of the series, or could be the very end. Who knows? But like, you know, if those Titans were that challenging, I can only imagine how it would be animating Unicron.
yeah, I like I said, I've never transformed mine, and so I couldn't imagine trying to like also like turn it into animation.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's hard.
Yeah, stop motion, comrade, very meticulous.
I don't have
Yeah,
patience for
definitely.
that. Never happened.
Like it definitely takes time and dedication. Like, and with time and practice, I mean, there is improvement.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a lot of your stuff, and it's very fluid too, and that's what's wild is
Thank you.
that it's not easy to achieve that. I think, you know, again, for my 4 hours with trying to do a stop motion, I'm like, this is not easy. This is very hard, right? And so I think
and like there's a lot of factors in that too. Like mainly it's like the figure's articulation. What did it change?
I didn't do it. I know a lot of people blame me for things, but that was not my fault, Sarah.
Not yet. Not yet. It could be.
There we go. So one main factor is the figure itself, like the articulation. Like my last stop motion that I did, the Bumblebee versus Barricade stop motion, the one thing that I found troublesome making it is kind of mimicking like the articulation of how they're portrayed in the movies, as well as their transformation. Like, you know, the movies they're CGI, but with stop motion, you know, you're working with the actual figure, and the CGI, you know, you can kind of make an illusion where parts can just move past each other and no one will bat an eye. But with stop motion, like, you're so limited. Like, you know, like Soundwave, he has a 90 like a past 90-degree bend at the knee. But some figures, you know, you might get only that 90-degree bend. So it's like you kind of got to find a way to like work around that, and that's what's troublesome. It's like you gotta, like, the limited articulation the figures have, and you gotta kind of try to make that work to where it's also good for the viewer's eye.
On average, how long would you say it takes you to create one of your videos?
Kind of depends. Like, it depends on the type of video. Like, if I'm doing a full-on Transformers War on Earth episode, which those are like half-hour-long episodes, with the story and stuff, it would take like, without rest, it would probably take at least maybe a month or two.
Oh wow.
But now that I'm working, War on Earth episode 6 took me about maybe like 5 months to get out.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's solid. That's some solid time.
Yeah. But if I'm working on like a short stop motion, my short series that I do is Transformers Legacy. That's in the same universe as that Titans Return stop motion. So those shorts, studio series, it's not in the same universe, but it's also a short stop motion series that I do alongside with it. Those should take about maybe a week or two. But I mean, I also got to account for like, you know, I work, so it might be longer, and then life, you know, stuff happens.
Right.
So it might take longer, but typically it depends on the video. If it's a short one, I try to keep it. I try to have it done within like 2 weeks. If it's a whole episode of War on Earth, it's probably going to take at least a few months.
Okay. You went sideways again?
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
So because you've been doing it for a while, right? Like, you've been collecting for a while, and you've been creating content for a while. Do you have any piece of advice for someone kind of starting out, whether they're young or more mature? I won't say old. Like, were there things that you learned, when you were starting out as a kid and some of this stuff that you would like to pass on that knowledge or some of those insights to folks?
See, I started at like 13 in 8th grade. I've always wanted to kind of be a Transformers content creator or some type of YouTube with my collector interest. I would say don't be afraid, and if you love something, chase it, no matter the cost.
Yeah. Solid.
Go for it. Keep pushing out content every day. The more content you push out, you'll begin to know what works, what doesn't. Find your audience, and yeah, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, actually, I feel like finding the audience is probably one of the trickiest parts with creating really anything, to be honest. Like, there's some crossover appeal, right? So it's like, I'm just thinking with my photography.
Right.
Every time I take a picture of Transformers or I do a Transformers series, it just like plummets.
Actually, your Transformers stuff does the worst of anything you do. Pictures, videos, like Transformers is always the worst.
It's always the worst, and I don't understand, but I don't care because I love Transformers, so I always take pictures of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys can, not look at it. That's your problem.
Yeah, same. Like, if I get 60 likes on a Transformers photo, cool. I mean, I get 60 likes, but I like it, and I want to show you guys.
Right.
Yeah. And so I know, like, if you just do it, you put it out there, people will find it, and eventually it'll get the appreciation if kind of you stick with it. And I think I think that goes for non-digital art and content creation as well, right? I mean, like, you got to find your audience, and maybe where you live isn't the best place for that. I'm not saying pick up and move to like peddle your like physical art or anything, but if it's your passion, keep at it.
Yeah.
Is I think the fundamental.
No, I love
what
that.
I'm going with.
I love
that.
So,
great advice.
Yes. So tell the people. So we did see at least one person here in the chat said they started following you on Instagram. So, so that's fantastic. But where can people find you? What media are you
in? So you can find me on YouTube. I'm on Instagram at the official_ Eric Tron. My YouTube channel is Eric Tron, capital E, capital T. And then I also got a TikTok. I don't know if many people know about my TikTok, but I had that for a while now, since since the pandemic, like 2020. Okay. I'm starting to upload more of my short animations there. Some of those animations don't get up there because of copyright, because TikTok is just sticklers about that. Yep. And I try to post there consistently. You can see more of my videos of me talking about like Transformers news and talking about the Skybound comics there. Like, there's more talks about that on my TikTok. My TikTok is Eric Tron 1984.
Nice.
So yeah, those are my 3 social medias that you can find me at.
Fantastic.
Okay, and I'll throw that link in there.
Yeah, we'll throw it in the chat. So we are going to switch over to. Were you going to switch over to the PowerPoint slides, or did we have anything else?
Let's see. What else? Oh, the giveaway. We should do the giveaway.
Oh yeah, we'll do the giveaway. Okay, so we are going to do the giveaway. So the giveaway is 2 tickets, 2 weekend passes to TFCon in Chicago. If we had thought about this maybe a little sooner than a couple weeks ago, we definitely would have included hotel stay, but the main hotel has no more rooms. And then it just became like problematic of like, where do you buy it? So anyway, long story short, it's just 2 tickets. So if you don't live in Chicago, you're kind of on your own, right? Like, you have to figure it out. Like, I don't know how to help you there.
Well, I mean, we did preface to say, like,
yeah, we did preface to say, think about your location, but we did have 4 people that entered, and Eric Tron, you were one of them.
Hold on.
So
wait. Is there only 4?
Yeah, that is 4. That is quarters.
Give me just one.
Did you mess up?
Quick second. I just want to double check it because I thought there was 5. Did I accidentally break something? Just one moment. You talk real quick while I sort this out.
Actually, I'm gonna ask you, Eric Tron, have you gone to a TFCon before?
I have. The last TFCon. It was actually my first convention, and not only that, it was my first Transformers convention ever. Like my first convention ever, and my first Transformers convention. I went to TFCon Toronto in Canada, way back 2012, and that was a year before I started the whole Eric Tron YouTube channel. That kind of gave me an influence to start the YouTube channel.
That's fantastic.
You keep talking. Don't look at what I'm
No,
doing.
I just no, I'm very distracted. I cannot go to I can't go to any sort of restaurant where there's TVs. I will not pay attention. I get the things flashing in front of me. I have no self-control here.
Don't look up.
So I'm not going to look up. I'm just going to block my face right here as he's doing some weird scrolling. No, I really wanted to go to the one in Toronto. That one seems like a good one. It seems like they have a lot of like really great folks.
It was fun. I got some figures from there, of course. Some of them I don't have with me because I didn't take good care of them, but I do have most of them. Well, I mean, I did take good care of them, but like one of them I gave away to my best friend from middle school, like way back then. Let's see. Scott McNeil was there. Neil Ross was there. I remember Bob Budiansky. There was also a cosplay contest, which I also entered that one. My mom helped me make an Optimus Prime costume. I actually got that Optimus Prime cosplay picture somewhere. I probably have to upload it back to my Instagram. But it was one of the most interesting cosplays that I did. Of course, it's not the most detailed, but it was a really cool Optimus Prime costume. I was pretty much the only Optimus Prime cosplay at that convention.
That's impressive. I mean, if you look at like the G1 cartoon specifically, it's not very detailed. So I think it's a win-win.
No, that's very cool.
Also,
your parents just sound really cool. So like I just shout out to your parents for just like being real involved and getting you involved in all this stuff. And I think that's really cool.
Without them, you definitely wouldn't have had a Unicron and a dollar to your name.
Yep. No.
My parents they're really awesome, and I really thank them for setting me up on the path I am today.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yeah, but TFCon Toronto was all. Actually, you know what? I think I also shook hands with Scott McNeil. Like I was going to talk to him and get his autograph, but I needed to get to the costume contest in time, so I didn't have time to really get his autograph. So, but I said hi to him and I shook his hand. So that was really awesome.
That's cool.
That's
we keep thinking about or talking about doing a cosplay of some sort.
We'll probably start working on it a week before TFCon.
No, it's definitely not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen this year. When we went to TFCon in 2022, we said, "Hey, we should do a cosplay the next time we go to TFCon," and now it's 2025.
Yeah,
and
we're no closer. So we've not started
someday.
But speaking of TFCon, so we are going to. Okay, how are we doing this?
Are
we doing it? But
elimination style? Or?
I like elimination style.
You want to do elimination
I
style?
like elimination style.
Okay.
Dave Wonder came up with this elimination style, and I'm into it. Okay. So if your name is picked first, that means you are first loser. So don't get too excited here. Oh, why is there ads?
1 second. Because I'm not. It's a free site. That's why.
Okay.
Go away.
Electric Porsche.
Well,
I guess we're just going to do that. Oh, JMJ Toys, you're out.
Back to you, buddy. There we go.
Okay.
Get rid of that.
All right. Next. Eric Tron, you're out. You're out. All right, who's gonna win? Prime to the first, or Switchcraft? Prime to the first. You won, buddy.
Congratulations, Prime.
Yay! All right.
Well, in the event, we're gonna go backwards and
we'll go backwards if for some reason you can't come. But that's awesome. Yay! Prime, we're gonna meet you in real life, so
maybe
get ready.
Because he gets tickets doesn't mean we're going to track him down.
No, it definitely means you're going to track him down. Whatever, you do what you want. I'm going to track down people. And unlike Comrade, I'm going to give them all hugs. Yeah. Comrade, not hugging people.
I don't know. I heard from what I heard, Comrade is very in-depth hugger.
Yeah, that is what I heard. I heard that, even though he likes to put on a real like front here of like our hug.
It's like direct eye contact.
Just to the point, and then a hug that's just like 5 seconds too long, just where you just get real into it.
By the way, that's how I hug Comrade. So
it should have been. So we gave away the passes. Let's do your toy dump.
Toy dump? You want to talk about that?
Yep, we're gonna do the slides.
Stuff? All right.
I'm a sucker for a slideshow.
Okay. So
yeah.
What we have here are things that I purchased or pre-ordered this week that I totally didn't need. First up, 30 MDLX thrust.
Oh, snap.
That's good.
So I'm getting close to, well, I've ordered all of the coneheads so far. I can't remember if this is a third one or the second one. Anyway, third one, I think. So I like the MDLX 30 series. I know they don't transform, but they're very cool stylized figures. And they look great in my office.
Nice.
I really want one eventually. I was actually thinking about getting one not too long ago, but I forget what Transformer I settled for. It was no, yeah, that's what happened. I got 2 aerial bots, and then I ended up getting I got Vortex and Blocky's Classics Edition Soundwave that day.
Yeah, I really like the Soundwave Blocky's kits. They're a lot of fun. So these are a little pricey. They're a little on the pricey side, so I try to limit them. But they're so cool. Anyway, so I don't collect a lot of Legend scale figures, but
you made an exception.
But I have all of the new age Dinobots, and because they're the Dinobots, and a few other new age figures. But this one completes kind of their set, so they'll combine into Volcanicus. And I have the other 5, so of course I had to get this guy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not?
My only gripe with this is the neck of the right leg.
Yeah.
It just kind of hangs out there.
Yeah, that is a little strange.
So it's a little strange, but whatever, it's cool. Deal with it. Speaking of blockies, they put out Deadpool and Wolverine blockies.
We're going to spend so much money on blockies. I mean,
us and everybody else. I haven't went all in on blockies yet, but I am also all in on Deadpool and Wolverine. So I figured, I don't know, these look cool. It'd be a fun little 20-minute activity, probably.
Yeah.
So
I'm calling it now. Blockies is probably going to be the next Pop Vinyls.
It's probably true.
That is true.
No, I feel like they're taking off. They kind of started a little.
I'm like, how do I buy stock in that company right now?
I mean,
is that like a publicly traded company? Because I need stock right now.
They just keep going. Yeah, they keep getting more licenses, and I don't know. It's wild. Deadpool and Wolverine, my weakness. Conrad, you and me both. I like any Deadpool where there's also a Wolverine.
Oh, we took the day off of the release of the Deadpool Wolverine movie. We went to the theater. We got the custom like buckets for popcorn.
Not the cool one.
They came with, so we went to a 3D movie. 3D. So we got the custom 3D glasses. We were the biggest nerds. And then it came with an enamel pin. We were taking photos with our family with our sunglasses and our it was so stupid. It was the dumbest thing. Our family was like, you were idiots. You take this day off. And you're just at the movie theater, decked out. And
we were one of the only ones. Actually, that's what I love, is to take a day off work to go to the movies, because if you go to the first showing, there's nobody there.
Though there was a good amount of people though.
There was
in
that one.
Yeah. No, it was great.
I'm a sucker for Deadpool. Deadpool's kind of like my Optimus Prime, I don't know.
So
well, maybe. Would you say? Yeah, I would say Deadpool's like my Optimus Prime, Wolverine is like the Megatron, or maybe vice versa. I don't know. When there's 2 of them that go together, I have to have both. Is what I'm getting at.
I get it. So things that were announced.
Yeah, things that were announced, and I'm absolutely going to buy. I changed the title of this one.
I like this one. That's a good title.
To more accurately represent what it is.
Yeah.
So snail shell.
So a lady with big,
like an angel figure.
Yeah.
I'm kind of all in on these snail shell figures. I don't know. They're doing some really wild stuff. This is a little over the top for what they've done so far,
which is why you're definitely buying it.
But yeah, I don't have. Okay, first of all, I don't have like a figure with big wings, right?
Oh.
And so,
okay.
It's hard to pass that up. But also, it looks really good. I don't know. Whatever, right? Deal with it. It gets me followers. It is what it is.
I'd buy it.
Actually, I don't buy a lot of import figures anymore. Actually, pretty much all the figures I buy are import figures outside of Transformers. How do I want to say this? I've really refined my import figure purchasing to just a couple lines, and Snail Shell is making a lot of very interesting figures. Like they have their zombie one they did. They have some like mimic chests coming out, and some
Comrade's comment. I'm saying, like, Touched by an Angel. Okay, so
no, this is not Touchless.
No, isn't Touched by an Angel. Oh, I didn't read the first part. Okay, sorry. I thought I just read the last part, because remember, I only read the last part of anything.
I know the first and the end. Like
anyway, it reminded me of that television show, Touched by an Angel. That's all I saw.
Justified purchase.
Yes.
Conrad, if you need one, let me know. I'll buy another one.
We'll send it right to you.
Actually, they haven't put some sites have put up the order yet. I was waiting to see if 5K was going to put up the order. Otherwise, I'll get it from Bombasby, but not BBTS, because I know it'll be like $600 on BBTS. But 5K is usually the lowest price to get some of this stuff. Anyway, that's it. That's the only thing that I'm contemplating, or that I will definitely buy. It's been announced. So last thing here is things I'm being taunted by and I'm really trying to ignore. And that's this Voltron figure.
Oh, that's a nice looking Voltron.
Yeah.
Is that one of the Beast Box? Are those?
Lucky Cat is the brand. I think Lucky Cat. Yeah. And they fold up into like little boxes as well. But they also did a Megazord and something else. And I held off on the Megazord, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord, but the Voltron one is really tempting me. And I'm trying not to scope creep.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep the scope together here.
But it is lion bots that transform into another robot. I mean, and technically, that means it's a transformer.
Technically.
Yeah.
Actually.
Actually,
it's a transformer. I've always considered the Power Rangers Megazord and Voltron kind of like Transformers, because they got to transform into limbs to combine. So it's like, how are they not Transformers?
I mean, if you want to go down like the Japanese lines, right? Like Genrai was piloted by a human, right? And so,
well, and it reminds, so that Comic-Con that you went to. So I had never gone to a Comic-Con before him. And then I was like, whatever, I'll go. And I love the panels. I don't really care about like any of the other stuff. I just want to hear people talk. I'm just very interested in people. And so you were telling, what really got me like on board with going to my first Comic-Con was you telling the story about, who was it? Like what?
Oh, Jason David Frank.
So that there was this panel that you went to with him, and you tell the story about
So before, Jason Dave Frank passed, rest in peace. If this is a thing I can do on live, whatever.
You're not Catholic. I don't know why you did that.
Do I do one of these? What is the thing I do when I want to be like, God rest his soul, or whatever? I don't know, whatever. It was a Des Moines, not Des Moines. It was Wizard World.
I probably wouldn't have gone to Wizard
anyway,
World. That sounds
it's not around anymore. Here anyway, they do it in other places still. Comic-Con convention.
It's not important. We're talking about this question. The thing that
I thought it was relevant. It's not relevant. It's not. Sorry, everybody. And so anyway, Jason David Frank, the Green Power Ranger, originally, then White Power Ranger originally. in the U.S. version, not overseas versions. I don't know who
This
those
is so
actors
much
are.
more details than what I wanted you to tell. Just tell the story of the Megazord. Tell the Megazord story.
So he did a panel where people could ask questions and he would answer them. And the funny thing that I found was there were a lot of people that asked questions about the Megazords specifically, how were they piloted? What was it like to be in a Megazord? What was it like to have a Zord type of things? And he crushed the souls of all of these people, not intentionally, but because
they thought the Megazord was a real thing.
They thought the Megazords or the Zords were actually full robots. And and so and he was like, well, do you want to know like what it was like to be in the box, or like what it was like to see them on the screen, because it was the Japanese footage and like you could just see their faces crushed, right? Because the only scenes that they filmed for the US were when they had their helmets off. And so it's like, which was basically just in a very select few like cockpit type things, right? And so
but these were all adults. These were real adults that thought that these actors were in a real,
I would say more like teenage early adults.
Okay, well, but still, I just anyway, that's what really got me. I was like, you know what? I want to see this. I want to see these people. Thank you. Yeah, I know. He eventually gets there. It just sometimes takes 2 hours.
Sometimes there needs to just be some history there.
Doesn't need to be the history there. I don't know how we got on this, but
you brought it up. It's your own fault.
Okay, so that was So you're still
so Lion bots were piloted by people, just like Zords were piloted by people. They both turn into other things that connect together, kind of like robots that make a Devastator or a Spirion or whatever else. Anyway. So you brought this up because that's how you got interested in the Comic-Con.
That is the only way I was interested, because I was like, I want to see some people talk about stuff.
Yeah, but so Lucky Cat, this is only like 7 inches tall. Like it's pretty small.
I didn't realize that. Something like this, it just looks like it should be huge.
It does. And so that's why I really waffle on it, because I'm like, it's only like this, right? I can find this space somewhere. But then I'm also like, wouldn't it be cool to have just a big,
We would need a different house, and we don't have time. We don't have that room.
Anyway.
No room.
Somebody needs to acquire this license and turn it into a HasLab.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That would be awesome.
That's all of my slides. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
It's been a light week.
Well, on that note, so something that I'm going to talk about here real quick before we go into my conspiracy theory section.
Hold on real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I was
go
going
ahead.
to say. So Eric and or Eric Tron, is there anything recently announced or acquired that you're interested in that's really got you jazzed up and excited?
Really, I've been focused on looking for just primes and combiners. As far as like future reveals, aside from that, there is a listing that I'm really curious about. They announced that, or there is a listing found that they're going to be working on a 2007 Studio Series Leader Class Optimus Prime.
Oh, okay.
I'm really curious how that's going to turn out, because over the past years we've just had that one mold that was just a blend between the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime and the Transformers Prime First Edition Optimus Prime.
Yep.
And I'm just really curious how they're going to tackle this redo, because the Optimus Prime from the first 3 movies, that's like one of my top favorite Optimus Prime designs.
Yeah, I agree. So I have, I think I have the one. I don't have a lot of the Bayverse figures, but it's the one that has like the Energon blades that come out. They kind of, there's a button they flip out.
The Revenge of the Fallen Optimus.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have. So I have that one, and then the Megatron, because they, were from the same movie, and I think he's pretty cool, but you know, with current engineering, like it could be done way better. And so,
yeah, I mean, honestly, like I think he's still better than the actual masterpiece Optimus Prime.
yeah, I mean, I can agree with that. Yeah,
I even brought him to. I went to the Linkin Park concert and I brought him with me.
I love
that's cool.
that.
That's
Love
fantastic.
that.
I love that.
Yeah, you bring Optimuses to certain things. You know, if we go to,
I got like a little blockies that I'll bring.
Oh, we should bring that to Oktoberfest.
Oh
yeah.
The edition one.
Yeah, no, it's one of the smaller ones.
Oh,
the action edition one would be cool. like a sausage.
So the thing is, things that I have one of, I'm really hesitant to always take out of the house because I'm like, what if I lose it? Not that I've ever lost anything or broken anything, but you know, it's just like in the event of. So I usually I have kind of a drawer of misfits kind of on the side over here that are either duplicates, like they're like things that they did like another mold of. So for example, I have the Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus up here on the shelf, but I have also the Kingdom and Siege Ultra Magnuses, and so they're kind of in the misfit drawer, and they can go places because you know, like I got 3 Ultra Magnuses now, right? So I don't have to worry about it. But
I made that mistake with one of my bots. I have Burgertron.
Okay.
It's like a little transformer that turned to the burger from the show. And I remember back in like 2018 when they had the bots, I kept on getting Burgertron. For some reason, I threw a couple of them away. I'm like, this is a duplicate. I didn't want this one. I want the game controller. But I kept my Burgertron, right? And so I wanted to take photos of it. So I brought it with me. And then I remember going to Taco Bell. I ordered something, and I reach in my pocket. I'm like, wait, where is it? I can't find it anywhere. And then I lost my Burgertron. It was like a little transformer about the size of the palm of my hand. So I'm like, oh, okay, time to go on eBay. I look on eBay. Burgertron is about $50 now.
Yeah.
And that was the only listing on there.
You threw so many away. So many.
Yeah. I could have made bank off of that.
Isn't it funny how that works? Is like always like if you look back on it and you're like, man, those things are worth so much money now. I had a handful of Power Ranger figures and Zords and stuff from when I was a kid that I sold in a garage sale that my mom was having, and I thought I made good money off of, right? Like somebody got a really good deal because I looked them up like probably a few years back. And if I still had them and I wanted to sell them like on eBay, I probably could make like $5,000 to $10,000 off of like these Megazords I had. And I was like, man,
and you probably sold them for like $100.
Yeah, like it was like $200 for like all 5 of them or something. It was a real it was a lot of money at the time when you're like 13, 14, whatever, right? But like now I'm just like, man,
it's tough.
Should have kept all those bots. Should have kept all those burger bots.
yeah, I should have kept them all. And like I had so many. I had found like quite a few of those duplicates. I'm like, I should have held on to them. And now I think recently, one of my homies he went to this one Comic Con that was nearby. It was the Motor City Comic Con. He saw they had some bots. He saw that they had some bots that he was selling, and he found Burgertron for $100 there.
Oh wow!
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to hold on to this one for as long as I can.
It's funny how that works. It just seems like, I mean, it's all based on like rarity, right? The more rare a thing is, like the more people that want it, the higher the value. But something, something like the bots, like in a burger, like the Burgertron, right? Like you wouldn't think that. It's just one of those things you're like, this isn't going to be a thing that's going to be worth $100 or more someday. Like, I don't know.
I love
that. The show didn't even come out back then. It was like they were doing it, and like the whole gimmick was like that was like the whole reset for what they wanted to do with the Transformers brand. They wanted to bring it back to the War for Cybertron,
right?
Bring it back to G1, and then they came out with the bots, and the whole gimmick was that they could turn into anything. They're not just cars and jets. And they didn't even have a cartoon yet. And by the time the cartoon came out, they gave the characters personalities, and we got to see those characters. And then Burgertron was like the Optimus Prime of the TV show cartoon. And because of that, now people are probably going to want that Burgertron. And because he's so rare, he just cost $100. Like, that's insane.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that Earthspark Soundwave.
Yeah.
There's only a few. I have a Soundwave shelf back here, and
you get a pretty
there's
solid
only
amount.
a few solid ones that I'm missing. Like I'm missing the Titan's Return Soundwave that I keep trying to find.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I know. And I keep trying to find one of those. The Earthspark Soundwave now.
Why don't you write a list so I can hunt for them?
Yeah, like that's probably what you should do for Christmas.
Well, no, I got you that Kickstarter of those Transformers comics.
I forgot about that.
No, I know, that's why it's great, because you have we both have sort of, very like short-term memories.
Yeah.
So I mean, he'll buy stuff and I'll forget about it. So I've already got your Christmas gift done. Like I bought that. Yeah. I bought that like that level of.
Man, technically, I told you to buy it, but
I know, but anyway. You've already forgotten about it. Forget about it again.
I will. Don't bring it up, and I'll forget about it.
Oh gosh. So conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Did you want?
I want. Yeah. We need to bring up this slide here.
I'll bring up your slide.
So I'm going to do a very timely conspiracy theory because what happened is Keanu Reeves recently got married. So congrats to him and his wife. And so this popped up as like a conspiracy theory that I'm really into. So the idea is that he is immortal. He's an immortal time traveler. And if you just look at some of these pictures, I mean, this proves it, right? So on the left, in the middle, clearly Keanu Reeves, and on the left, that's Charlemagne.
Wait, Charlemagne is in the middle?
No, Charlemagne's on the left.
Well, then who's on the right?
Well, I know that's hard, right? So in the middle is Keanu Reeves, but actually they're all Keanu Reeves because Keanu Reeves is an immortal time traveler. So Charlemagne was the founder of the Carolingian Empire. So he was also known as Charles the Great. And I mean, look at that. Tell me those are not the same two people. You just tell me that. He lived from 748 to 814, but the twist is that Charlemagne's body was hastily buried the day he died, suggesting a total cover-up and the disappearance. So he's definitely immortal. So you had to fake that sort of stuff back in the day, and that he did.
I think you mean like 600.
Yeah, I mean, well, 6,000 at this point. He's an immortal time traveler. We don't know. Then on the other side is Paul Mamont, who lived from 1847 to 1922, supposedly, but also known as Keanu Reeves. He was a famous French stage actor and a medieval doctor. The twist is, and the reason why clearly that's also Keanu Reeves, is that while he supposedly died in 1922, the circumstances of his death are murky, and some claim that his body was never officially found, leaving the perfect opening for the rebirth of Keanu. So, and we've all seen this, right? Like we've seen pictures of Keanu Reeves over the years in acting. It's the same dude. He just has more facial hair. He doesn't look any older than he did 30 years ago. So he is an immortal time traveler. It's the same guy. Yes.
I think he might have also secretly wrote The Simpsons.
I mean, I can get on board with that too.
Yeah. So
he kind of look the guy on the left. He kind of looks like the Burger King guy.
I mean,
wouldn't that be funny if that is where the Burger King guy came from?
It is. I mean, it very well could have. I mean, Charlemagne was like
not only is
a very I mean, this is why we're all he's part of the reason we're all speaking English today.
Yeah, because of
wow.
Keanu. So what you're saying is Keanu is also the Burger King guy.
That could be it.
He founded Burger King, and he also wrote The Simpsons while he's doing.
So Keanu is the Burger King.
Yeah. Yes. Burger. Yes. Done.
First one.
I know he had a rough time of it.
Yeah.
So So a lot of people in Hollywood are garbage, but Keanu Reeves is not one of them, and
That
I'm
we
very
know of.
happy. Well, that we not know of. I mean, there's a lot of weird people there.
Living in
I
town.
mean, we're not going to go down that path because I believe all the weird conspiracy theories about Hollywood.
Yeah.
So we're not going to talk about that because then
Well,
it
I
gets
mean,
political.
Ron Friedman, God rest his soul.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a
Like
lot of
validated.
weird culty stuff.
I was so disappointed to hear him go.
I
know.
Oh my God!
I
Please, I'm gonna
know.
start crying. He was like a really great old man that told
That's
great
breaking,
stories.
Jesus.
And I heard at a panel like he was talking about he wanted to do a GoFundMe to do a like a extended cut of Transformers the movie.
Yeah, I donated to that.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, he had a whole nother script. He was ready to go. But I mean, he was doing that in his 90s. Like that's fantastic. We could all only hope to live such a full, long life as him.
I'm thankful for when we went to TFCon, he was there and we got his book was
yeah.
like, So What I Killed Optimus Prime, something like that. I can't remember if that's
Oh, I heard about that book.
It's such a good book.
Yeah, so we got that signed by him, and then I have a poster over here that I got signed by him too.
Yeah.
So
he's a cool dude.
So Ron Friedman will forever live on in our house. Like,
yes.
Through his 2 signatures.
2 signatures. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ron Friedman.
Yeah. No, he
lived a full life.
You said you saw him at a panel, right?
Well, I didn't see him at a panel. I saw it was a YouTube video of the panel that he spoke at, and he was talking about how he wanted to release an extended cut of a Transformers movie or a director's cut of it.
Yeah, I mean, he was a wild guy. Like he was a very nice guy, but the panel that we saw him speak at, like every question that was asked, he told his own story that had nothing to do with the question, but some way in the end it answered the question.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre.
No, the what really got me was Frank Lloyd Wright, that architect. He joined or Frank Lloyd Wright had his own cult, and Ron Friedman joined his cult because it was a cult of architects.
Yeah.
And so like after I heard the story, I was in it, like I was done. When you would join Frank Lloyd Wright's cult, if you joined the one that was in Arizona, you actually had to build your own house. And Ron Friedman was the last one to arrive there. So he was given a oil drum. That was all he had to work with. And that was his housing. And I guess he lasted a week there and he's like, I'm out. Peace out. I'm not living in the desert in an oil drum. That's stupid. Which was smart. That was very smart.
Yeah. Real quick. Hey Prime.
Hey Prime.
Welcome to chat.
Yeah. Also, we'll see you in Chicago.
You were a little late, but you won the ticket giveaway.
Yeah.
It's still up. So.
Congrats.
If you're congrats.
And then so my last one I want to talk about that was I know. I'm super excited about this. So I don't collect. I don't have like that much stuff. But reminder,
you collect up here.
I collect up here. I like conspiracy theories. And so I'm not like a super avid Ancient Aliens person because we don't have History Channel or whatever. But whenever there's episodes on Netflix, like I want to watch them all. So somebody for my birthday got me Ancient Aliens as a live show.
I still regret this.
Who would have known? So in December, I'm seeing the like wild-haired man from Ancient Aliens. Like they're doing a live show here in December. I'm so excited. So in preparation for seeing the Ancient Aliens people, I don't know how to get closer here without getting real weird here, but I got an Ancient Alien theorist button for both of us.
So dumb.
And I got a sticker that goes along with it. That came, so that was a free one. But shout out to Agile Expressions on Etsy. That's where I got this stuff. So this was my very like small purchase, and I can only hope that I get to like meet these guys in person. And I'm gonna wear this button.
That doesn't happen.
I love it.
I mean, I like the wild stuff. I like the crazy stuff. Ancient Aliens is just one that.
I mean, they're all like wild stories. That's why I'm into it.
I don't know. I feel like these people are just all a bunch of morons.
I mean, that's very possible. But whatever. I'm into it.
I would believe if somebody came to my door and was like, "Hey, Transformers are real," I would believe them.
You would believe that
before I believe anything that comes out of this Ancient Alien show.
Whatever.
Just saying.
That would be awesome, a Transformers movie. That's my dream. In
Hands
this
down.
lifetime, I want to at least see a real live Transformer, man-made or an authentic, full-on sentient Cybertronian. I want to see a Transformer.
You know, like we're probably not too far off.
No,
to be
we
honest.
probably aren't.
Like if
Or
we
who
just
knows
get
what?
a few more robots and shove some AI in there, like we're pretty much there.
I don't
Like,
think that
Yeah.
shove some
We're-
AI in a
we're a lot
robot. You want
closer
to do
there.
that motion again?
yeah, like you take a thumb drive and then you put some stuff on it, and then you take the robot port and then you shove it in.
Or I mean, like, or who knows? I think I might have seen like a UFO that could have been a Transformer last night. Like last night, I saw it out in the distance. So I'm just looking up at the stars because like I kind of like to do a little bit of stargazing. Which I mean, now that I'm looking at it, I think I might need to find a telescope because I just noticed I've been looking at the stars more because like I just like astronomy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there's one star that just caught my eye and. It was so still. It was like a little dot. It was like out in the distance, and like all the other stars, it was just like glowing like white dots. But this one, it was like a green and red kind of blinking light, and it was just so still. It was just staying there. I was like, that can't be an airplane, right? Because like I'm not that far from the airport, and it was just a star, and it was just like green and red, and it was just blinking out in the distance. I'm like
That's
could it be
wild.
a drone, helicopter? But it was just staying so still, like motionless, and like I didn't know what that was. And then I'm like, it's got to be like this can't be a star, right? Like it's got to be a plane. But it was so still, and it was just so far out in the distance. And I see a plane go by. I'm like, okay, I see the difference because that's a plane, but this is a star that's green and red. Like, what is that?
That's wild.
All I'm saying is New Jersey.
I mean, yeah, y'all like you on the East Coast have a lot of
All I'm saying is New
drone
Jersey.
situations
New Jersey
going
thought
on.
there were aliens out. I don't know.
Whatever.
I mean,
No,
like, I know
no, I
Michigan,
am
we got Bigfoot, but this is like the first thing I've seen.
I fully believe in aliens, and
I do not.
like she does not. But
I
I
don't.
mean, I'm a full supporter.
I just like wild
Just
stories.
not ancient aliens. I believe in aliens though. So the corrupt modification has a question here, and he's saying, do you see the Gundams? They have legit transforming huge robots in Singapore and other Asian places. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did make some living or not living some real life Gundams. I've seen one realistic. It was almost like a transformer kind of like Gundam, but they made a full on robot that was on it would roll on wheels, and it could like change into like a little personalized vehicle. And then, of course, you got your Gundam, your live Gundam unicorn statue and the RX-78. But yeah, those are impressive.
All you gotta do is take a little bit of AI.
No, you
Yeah. And then we got a real live
I
transformer.
can only hope that we get that. You get that.
Okay,
clip.
so we have some of the robots. We have two of the Robosons, right? And those are pretty close.
Yeah, they are.
Like they don't think by themselves, but if you take a little bit,
Stupid. Stupid.
no, actually, the way Roboson is going with their stuff, it wouldn't surprise me if in the future they find a way to put some AI abilities with it to make it a little bit more, independent.
But we did see. But speaking of stuff in the sky, though, it was a few years ago. We were driving. So like where we live, there's a lot of rural places here. So we were someplace like real rural. Driving through, and we saw, and so there's not a lot of light or houses or street lights or whatever, and we saw up in the sky. I mean, it was just all perfect.
Oh, that did freak me out.
It was all. And I think we pulled over to the side of the road. We're like, all right, I believe it. Aliens are invading. It's happening right now. And what it was Starlink satellites because they go up, tiered. So it's like they make an arc. So it was this arc of like white lights that were all up in the sky, and it was not aliens. It was just Elon.
It was wild though. Like it freaked me out. Like I was like, we got to pull over because
we
like,
did. We pulled over.
I'm like, if these things are coming, like, and this is our last moment, like we got to stop driving. But then they went up and disappeared, and we looked on the Google. Actually, that was the bad thing, is because we were in an area where there was like very little reception too.
Yeah, there was no reception.
And so like we were trying to Google it and we had no reception. I was like, wait a minute, do we not have receptions because we got this line of alien invasion? It's like,
is it an alien EMP?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just some satellites.
No, we were just stupid.
Yeah. We're just two people that are real gullible.
Oh God.
Or you never know, it might be a cover-up because Soundwave turned into a satellite in the second.
Okay, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
Soundwave as a satellite?
Yeah, or as a car.
I mean, like, looking back, first watching Transformers, when I first saw the Generation 1 cartoon, I look at Soundwave transform and I'm like, is that a radio? Like, is that a and then my dad was like, that's a cassette player or a Walkman. I'm like, what's that? And I thought Laserbeak was a VHS tape because like when I was little, that's the only thing I recognized was a VHS tape, but it was a cassette. So I mean, with him being a satellite in Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, I thought that was pretty interesting. But what sucked was even though we got the toy, we didn't really see him in action in the movie. Right. We didn't see him like in the final fight scene. Yeah. But it was cool that we got to see him do the whole, Ravage eject from space, and Ravage was able to make his way from out of Earth's orbit into Earth. It was a really interesting take on Soundwave. I actually like Soundwave in other forms outside of the normal cassette player. I mean, it just adds more variety to them.
So I didn't mind the satellite as much as some of the other weird stuff they've done over time. Like, I was trying to look over here at my shelf and see what I got. Like, I think the one that I still don't quite understand the most is like when he was the Porsche. I mean, I get that they're, bringing him in a different way and, live action movies, cars, whatnot, right? But I don't know. I guess I keep trying to think of like, what could he have been besides a car? And I think they should have just stuck with the satellite. Because I'm like, how do you get from a satellite to a car? And
I mean, I think an armored truck is pretty cool.
Yeah, that could work too.
Like, you can put like, like he can have like a satellite dish at the top.
Yeah.
And he's like much beefier. So it's like if he gets spotted, which, with being a spy, there are times where you get caught. So you got to have a lot of armor when, when stuff goes south.
Yeah. So that's the thing is I just feel like if there was a way for it to make sense in terms of like the character itself, because I know like, again, Transformers continuity is a little wishy-washy across the board and like who what and belongs to what. And so, I always found it interesting in the ways that they've treated some of the characters. But on the Soundwave note, did you see the new announcement for the Masterpiece Soundwave?
Yes, I did.
Are you going to pick that up?
I'm actually thinking about it because like I still got my my MP12. I mean, I know this one's MP13. Is it MP13? It's MP03. I think that's what the Hasbro one is called.
Yeah.
But all actuality is MP13. I still got my Hasbro reissue for my 16th birthday.
Okay.
And that's pretty cool. But
so
the cartoon colors look very nice on the new one.
Yeah. So the only Masterpiece Soundwave I have, Masterpiece size, is the Robot Paradise, the third-party one. So I'm looking forward to it. I did not get in early enough on the Masterpiece Soundwave, and so it was like the last time I looked it up, he was like $200 to $400, and so I was like, if I wait long enough, they'll come back around. So.
I mean, that was a really good call on Takara's end, just like not trying to reinvent the wheel altogether, trying to make a whole new figure or reinvent him. Just stick with the one that you already have. Just give him a better paint job, and that's really all we need because that was a really good Soundwave figure, and it still is. Yeah,
if it works, it works, and I'm all for that because, I don't have a lot of Masterpiece figures. I have a few, and I wouldn't mind a few more, but I just don't want to pay, $400 for Masterpiece Optimus Prime. Like, or I should say, like one with a trailer, because I have. Which one do I have?
I mean, you've definitely paid more than that for these, the Robosons.
Yeah, but those are
Those
robots,
are special. Those are special.
Because
I got the MP44 Prime literally just shortly after I got Unicron.
Nice.
I ended up paying at least like $800, maybe $1,000 for it. Like I had to get a Minton box, and like
I mean, of course.
Like the KO is cool, but I wanted the trailer too and the humans.
That's my thing, is like I want the trailer too, and so I just keep holding out. It'll come back around, but I don't know. Maybe it will. Right? Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll just sell off some stuff. We'll see. I don't know. Actually, that's my thing, is I keep trying to figure out how do I refine things a little bit, because I keep getting more things. And I'm like, and where does it go?
We'll figure it out. Actually, I mean, that's a whole live stream in and of itself.
I know. Actually,
putting together shelves. I kind of participate. Normally, I just lay on the floor.
Maybe that's
and
like
play with the dog, but
yeah.
But no, actually, what's funny is we have so my parents had an electronics store when I was a kid, and so when they finally like cleared out this building a few years ago. Because they had to sell the building off. So they had to like empty out their back room. They like sent us home with a bunch of old electronics, and we have a Laserdisc player in the back room. So we have a fully working in-box Laserdisc player.
But no Laserdisc.
No Laserdisc. No, they do have Laserdisc. They do have, I know my parents do. They have the original Planet of the Apes on Laserdisc. They have the original Star Wars on Laserdisc. I just have to find it somewhere, because I know they have all that
I'm
stuff.
going to make a note.
Next time I'm back at their house, we need to dig that out.
I don't know if Transformers was ever released on Laserdisc, but if by
Transformers was released on Laserdisc, we need to get that.
I would pay $800 for that.
Yeah. I mean, that would be great. We would totally have, because then and that would be a video in of itself, is us like booting up the Laserdisc and trying to figure out how to play an old.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. No, I mean, there is so much old, like weird electronic stuff that when we were cleaning stuff out, there were a whole bunch of cathode ray tubes when we were helping. So like what was in old school televisions, those big, I don't even know how to describe it. The cathode ray tubes in the old televisions.
I don't know why they even moved away from Laserdisc. I mean, CDs are not even that cool, or Blu-rays.
The Laserdiscs were super cool.
I mean, just think of all the movies you could fit on a Laserdisc now with its size.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
There's still some Blu-rays that I want to collect. Like, I got all the Bayverse Transformers movies. I got the Bumblebee movie. I got G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra. I don't know if I got G.I. Joe: Retaliation. But I might have that. If I don't, I don't. I think I have Deadpool on Blu-ray somewhere. And then I also got all three of now it's no longer a trilogy, because we got Ghostbusters, Trolls, and Empire. I still got to get that now.
Yeah.
I got 3 of the Ghostbusters movies. But yeah, those are all the Blu-rays in my collection. Now I need Rise of the Beast, Transformers 1, and I want to say there's another Transformers movie that I'm missing. Oh, they made so many of them.
See, I just waited. Like, I got a box set. It was like all of them in a box set, except for, I think, Bumblebee and Transformers 1. But yeah, I've recently.
We have too many Blu-rays.
Oh yeah,
we have a good library. If the internet ever goes out, we're covered. We got it. We're done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got Transformers the movie on Blu-ray, but I don't have the 4K one. I don't have Transformers the movie in 4K.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't pick up the 4K one either. I just figured. I mean, I have the VHS actually on the shelf over here.
Yeah, that was that was cool. We got it as a wedding present. It was one of it was your cousins.
Yeah,
like childhood.
Oh, that's awesome.
He gave it to us, so that was really
actually
special.
What I was hoping is that Ron Friedman was going to be at TFCon this year, and I was going to see if I could get it signed. But we all know that's not going to be the case now. So
I don't know.
It's just going to sit there unsigned by Ron Friedman.
It is what it is. Well, no, this was awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like thank you, Eric Tron. This was fantastic. We were so happy to have you here. Do you want to hang out? just a little bit longer. We'll close out the stream, but just so we can chat with you a little bit. And then thank you everybody for joining, even you bearded who came in last minute. It's fine. We still love you.
Real quick, we're just gonna put another plug. Everybody make sure, check out Eric Tron, his stop motion on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok now. His links are in the chat, but also I put them in the description of the video. So everybody has access, and
he's a cool guy.
Thanks
you
again.
Should follow him.
So on the way out, we're just going to do another quick note.
Oh god, another one of these promos
from our sponsor, from our new acquired sponsor.
Oh, is that how we're gonna go out?
Yeah. Are your action figure scenes looking lame? Do your epic battles lack boundaries? Is your tiny town fenceless? Well, say goodbye to flat bat traps and hello to only fences. The prop masters at Corrupted Collectibles bring you the most awesome 1/12 scale fences to level up your action figure photography. The white picket fence is perfect for suburban showdowns or a chill backyard barbecue. Are your monster figures going rogue? Secure the perimeter with our industrial strength chain link fence, great for gritty urban scenes or top secret installations. But wait, there's more! For those tricky situations, grab our revolutionary invisible fence. Keep your figures in line without blocking the view. The possibilities are out of sight. Stop letting your action figures roam free. Give your dioramas and photos the extra edge they deserve. Only Fences has the scale you need and the fences you crave. Don't delay. Get your 1/12 scale fences today. Visit us at Corrupted Collectibles or call now. Your action figures will thank you. Only Fences. Fence it up!